Been with him everywhere I've been, Jeremy's been, and it's gotten to the point where we're not friends anymore, we're brothers, and now that he's come to join us in the Brotherhood of Eagle, you're my double brother. So welcome to the Brotherhood, double brother.
I've been in this journey with you since just about day one, and it's been very exciting, as you are most definitely worthy of this award.
Okay, well, first off, I'd like to thank the Academy. In all seriousness. And I'll be honest, part of me is surprised I'm actually up here today. I actually, made it this far and I'm now earning the rank of Eagle because, as my dad mentioned, there were quite a few moments where I thought about giving in and throwing in the towel. And, I've always enjoyed my time in scouting. I've made incredible friends. All these guys here, I know them all really well. I've known them for a really long time. I trust them completely. And there's even more, that aren't here today. And then, not to mention countless other friends, who I share scouting with. I have some friends in the back, Parker. He was not in my troop, but we knew, we were both in scouting, so we both knew what we were going through most of the time. And so that's always helped me. And I've had a couple bad experiences here and there, but who hasn't? Not really scouting for that one. But I think the main reason I didn't expect to actually, part of me didn't expect to actually make it up here today was a lot of those moments I was going to give in. It wasn't because it was too much work. It wasn't because I was unwilling to put in the time, but it was a lot because I didn't think I wanted it. And, I didn't think what I would get out of doing it would be something I would need. And, this is where, of course, hindsight kicks in, looking back at the idiot I was. I was generally a pretty selfless kid, for the most part. I was always willing to help out others in times of need. And I still think that was true today, but I think I always viewed Eagle as something that I really shouldn't be mostly viewed as. I always thought of Eagle as like this, this thing I would get, and then my life would be changed. And, I would get into more colleges, I would get a job, scholarships, all this thing. I always thought, what will I get after becoming an Eagle? And I realized that's not the point of it at all. Sure it is this achievement, this goal to eventually reach, but that's not really the main purpose. Eagle is more than a badge. It's a person and it's a commitment. It's a person who has shown his resolve, his bravery, and his sacrifice. He has demonstrated living the Scout Open Law every day. And it's also a commitment, both to living the open law as a continuation. It's not something I got my ego done and just stop and no longer pay attention to those rules, but that's not true. I need to continue to embody the Eagle Scout as my life goes on. And so I didn't really realize until, I started to realize this shortly into my final Eagle project, final phases, that I really started to realize what Eagle is. And, it is a goal, it is an achievement, and in some ways it is a reward, but it's never been about how is my life going to change after getting this. It's more so, I'm changing my life and being recognized for that. I've become a braver person, I've become a better person, I've become a more scout-like individual, and now the ceremony is recognition of that change, recognition of that self-improvement. And, so it was never about what would I get in return, but who would I become in return. By becoming Eagle, who am I now today? And, if I realized that all along, I think I would have had a little bit better time focusing on it. But it's just something that, I forgot and I didn't realize, and it's an important thing to remember. And then leader, and then my brother, Chris Scott, who's my then chief, will help me get me started in Cub Scouts and stay with it. I also want to thank my 2 Scoutmasters I had, Kelly Devitt, who's not here today, and John Fisher. And I'd also like to thank you again, Mr. Fisher, for being my Eagle mentor. He's really helped me stay with it and really helped me, you know, a lot, I guess. And, you know, I want to thank all of the adults and fellow Scout members I've shared this experience with. You know, especially like the ones who I was with on high adventures who helped me get through the tough times. You know, it's a big help. And finally, but definitely not least, I want to thank my parents and my close family for all the love and support they've shown me, and for showing a little bit of, you know, giving me motivation to stay with it and get to where I am now. I wouldn't be here without them. And so, here I am today, changed and molded by my experiences, services, and many influential individuals, now being recognized and honored for who I am and what I've done. Quite frankly, all I can say is, I've come a long way, but I still have